What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Design to Ride with Surf Ride Board Shops. I'm your host, Tanner Waite, and today we've got one of the most popular everyday shortboards that you can get your hands on. And we're talking about the Lost Surfboards Subdriver 3.0. This is going to be the third edition of their Subdriver model, and it's meant to fill in a lot of the gaps in smaller, slightly more gutless surf than you would find with something like the Driver 3.0, which you can look at that review here. Lost Surfboards has been around for several decades. They're one of the most influential surfboard manufacturers when it comes to surfing, and have had an incredibly immeasurable impact on the state and the progression of surfing at the elite level. The Subdriver is a staple in all of their employees and many of their World Tour competitors' quivers, and it is really meant to be that everyday daily driver shortboard geared towards progressive surfing. It's got a slightly wider nose than the Driver 3.0 to make for a little bit easier wave catching and a little bit more projection through the flat sections and waves. And the same thing goes for the tail. It's got a little bit less tail rocker than the Driver 3.0 and a little bit less entry rocker than the Driver 3.0, all working together with pinched rails to make a board that is going to allow you the opportunity to do big turns in slightly smaller waves. These boards are glassed a little bit lighter than you'll find many of the other stock boards that we have here, which, while limits a little bit of the durability down the road, allows for much more flex and better performance when it comes to actual surfing, and in my opinion, still makes it worth the investment. Surfing for me is about chasing a feeling, and a board that gives you access to that feeling regularly is going to be worth the expense every time. This board comes equipped with a thruster setup. I would not stray away from that even if you ordered custom. You can get it in any one of their technologies, from poly to epoxy to their light speed. It's got a very pronounced double concave, so it's going to allow a little bit more of that rail-to-rail action. And if it were me, I would be either riding a medium-sized Performer thruster set from FCS2 or the R6 from Futures. Those are my daily driver fins. I use them in pretty much every board, and they fit very well across the board for a wide range of conditions. The ideal surfer for the Subdriver 3.0 is going to be the intermediate to advanced level surfer, leaning a little bit more towards the advanced to really get the full potential out of this and limit the amount of frustrations that you might have. This, again, is meant for high performance surfing, so it's not going to be super friendly if you're a little bit newer. And if you want something that's a little bit more user friendly, you can check out a couple of our other reviews here. I myself have owned probably 10 Subdrivers in my day, and every single one of them I rode until they completely died or were broken. They were light, fast, responsive, and consistent. I knew that if I picked up this board, I could go and have fun in almost any conditions. If you're surfing big, gnarly beach break, this probably isn't the best board, but you can still make it work. I would typically ride this a little bit shorter than I would my standard shortboards. I typically go around 6'0", 29 liters. I am 170 pounds, about 5'10". This is 5'10", 19 1/4, and 2 3/8 thick, just about 29 liters. And that's going to give you a little bit less swing weight up front and something that fits in a little bit of those smaller wave pockets much better. We've got tons of these boards in stock at either our Oceanside or Solana Beach locations, so be sure to come in, check them out, ask us a few questions, and maybe pick one up yourself. As always, let us know what boards you want us to review in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and we hope to see you in either one of our shops or out in the water. We'll see you in the next one.